So what exactly is a reference database? So the reference database that you're going to use, it's the standard database that Chessbase 15 will use for things like searches, classification, opening reports, novelty detection, etc, etc, etc. This is typically the largest database that you own. I generally use the Mega database because it's got 8 million games. Big database is also an excellent choice. Whatever your largest database is, probably your most up-to-date database as well. Go for that one. So we're going to open the main Chessbase 15 window, and this is how we designate the reference database. We're going to right-click on the icon for the database that you'd like to designate as the reference database. So I'm going to use my Mega Database 2020, right-click. This brings up the properties, the little menu, and we're going to click on Properties. Here you can set the type of database, and that will also determine the icon that's associated with it. You can see all the different icons as we scroll down. Today we're interested in the box over here where it says reference-db. So just click on that to put a check in the box, and that will also, you'll see that it automatically sets that to reference in the database type list. Now when you click OK, you'll notice that the icon for your database has now changed. But as well as having a reference database, we also want it up to date. And the great thing with the Mega database is it comes with the Games Update service included. If you get the big database, you can buy the code separately to update it, and this will automatically update it every week. But I'm going to show you now how to do that for the first time. The first time is the one that always takes a bit longer. It should go without saying, but you do need to be using a computer that's connected to the internet for all this to work, because obviously the games are going to be downloaded from the internet. Sounds like a silly thing to say, but I've genuinely had queries from people wondering why their Games Update service doesn't work, and it's because they're on a computer that isn't connected to the internet. So we've set the reference database, now we need to update it. So first of all, you need to make sure you're logged into your Chessbase account within Chessbase 15. You can see you do that here, you've got the login and the log off button here. If you're not, then Chessbase 15 will prompt you to log in when you first start the program, or you can do it from this section, the Chessbase account section of the Home tab in the main Chessbase 15 screen. So to begin the update process, we're going to click on the New Games button here, which is on the bottom left of the main Chessbase 15 screen. And in a few seconds, as I say, we're connecting to the internet, and this is going to open the Games Update window. And there you go. So for this bit, you're going to need the Online Update Reference Database 2020 code. If you bought the Mega database, it'll be the code that comes with it, which is in your online Chessbase shop account, or if you bought it on a DVD, it's within the DVD case. If you don't have Mega database, as I said, you can purchase a code separately from the Chessbase shop. Now, we're going to activate this. It's always a good point, if you saw my original installation video, to copy the code before you reach the code entry screen, because it'll make it much easier to enter the code. Chessbase will automatically paste it into the appropriate areas for you. So we need to activate the subscription. So, funnily enough, we're going to click on Activate Subscription here on the ribbon. You'll see my code's automatically entered. Like I said, I copy and pasted it first. Just saves time, saves you getting it wrong and anything like this. It's a very familiar screen, this one, if you've installed or updated any Chessbase products before. You've got 5 groups of 5 characters. You have to enter them in each one there. As I say, the codes are available on your online Chessbase shop account or inside your DVD case. So you enter the 5 characters very carefully. Make sure you get them all right. Have someone read them out to you if that's easier. 5 characters per box. And then you enter this here, the 4-character code that you see in the green square. This will be different for you. If you've read the article that goes with this video, you'll see the example has a different code. So this is a unique code every time you do this process. So you just click on the box where it says enter the code shown above, and then we're going to enter that with the keyboard. So in this particular instance, it's JGML. As I say, for you, it will be different. Just make sure you read the 4 characters that are in that box and then enter them in the box below. And when we're ready to go, click OK. This will take a few seconds to communicate with the Chessbase activation server. And if it's all been successful, then you'll see the games update window that you are now subscribed. So this is the update to the Megabase 2020. It's changed from not subscribed for all the older ones. That said not subscribed, now says subscribed here. And that's the important thing. And we start the update process very simply just by clicking on the download games button at the top left. It's also worth noting you can download, these are all the games updates that have been released at the time of recording. You can download any one individually just by clicking on it and then clicking on download selected entries. I'll start the process now and talk to you while it's going on, because the important thing to note is that this is going to take a little bit of time, and depending on your internet connection, your computer, and how many games you're updating, as you can see we're updating quite a lot in this particular example, the process can take a bit of time. I've got a fast internet connection and a fast computer, and you can see things are going relatively slowly. I have known in the past that this process in extreme cases can take up to an hour. So whatever you do, update your reference database plenty of time before you need to use it. If you've got a big game against, Caruana that begins in 5 minutes, you probably just use the games that you've already got. But there you go. That's it. That's really all you need to do. You just need to wait for the process to complete, and you can be safe in the knowledge that you now have the most up-to-date version of your reference database that is humanly possible. It's also good to know that if you have previous subscriptions from an earlier version of Megadatabase, you can transfer them using the handy transfer subscription buttons, which has disappeared now because I've started the process, but it was up there before. If you have now, though of course now if you do have a fully updated Big or Mega 2020, just remember it already includes all the games from previous updated versions of Big or Mega, so 2019, the 2018, whatever. So you can go ahead and delete the old versions of those databases if you want to. They're basically just copies now. But just remember, before you do that, if you have added any games or annotations to those databases independently of the Chessbase Games Update service, then be aware that those will be lost if you delete them without backing them up or transferring them yourself. This is why I always recommend that people don't add their own games or annotations directly to the Mega database, but they keep those in a separate database. Anyway, that's enough waffle. Once you've done the process once, updating when they release newer games, further games, which they do roughly once a week, it'll be much simpler and quicker. So it's definitely worth doing this process just after you've finished first installing your Mega database or whatever large database you're using. Then you just sit back and enjoy the very latest up-to-date games.